After the fall, I want you to see this now. After the fall, God did not disinherit his children. Just a minute. But instead, he provided greater protection to prevent them from harm. If he wouldn't have covered them, he would have left them open and vulnerable for the rest of their life. The covering, the lambskin, is protection. I want you to see it because you hadn't thought about it this way. Wait a minute. You just disobeyed God. You just failed. You did what he said not to do. And yet God didn't write you off. That's what Satan wanted. He didn't disinherit you. He covered you, meaning provided greater protection for you. Wait. This is contrary to everything we've been teaching about sin. God don't talk to the sinner. He don't have to. Wait. You a sinner right now. Come on. You done disobeyed God. He could have written you off, threw you away, and said, oh. Instead, he covers you, meaning protects you from greater harm. So his first action is not to disinherit you, but to protect you. Come on now. While we were yet sinners, Christ died. Not after we get right. While we are sinners. God's first responding for you after falling is to move into a defense position, posture, to protect you. Lift your hand and say, I'm protected. I'm protected. Come on, you got to get this now. Come say, I am protected. Now go on, let's talk to each other for a minute. Say, I got problems. Got a few issues. A few hang-ups. We're just having a real conversation. But don't tell, but I'm protected. Don't tell, I'm covered. That's it. Come on. Hey. Turn to somebody because they don't want to talk to me. I got a few issues that I'm dealing with. Sometimes they don't look so good. But what you need to know, I'm protected. I'm covered. Thank you, Lord Jesus. God got me covered. And God covered me. He protected me. Not condemned me, but protected me. Not threw me away, but protected me. His first move was a move to protect. See, we had never looked at this story, and that's what that's come on. That's why I'm a master of what I do. I know y'all said that. I want to open the word up to get you to see what's there. I ain't gonna misinterpret it. I just want to get you. We're going to look at it for what it is, but get you to see what's that. See, the enemy that mastered and getting us to look at stuff the wrong way. We always look at it because sin distorts the perspective. So I want to correct your perspective. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So God didn't disinherit you. He covered you. Covered for you. Applied the blood. Atoned for sin. Put the lambskin on it. Covered, protected from wrath and so forth. So his action is to move to protect. I don't care what your child has done. when a foreigner or an outsider comes in against them, I'll be with you later about that, baby.
Come on now.
But right now, you on the threat of a foreigner. And the first thing we got to do is dismantle this threat. Now, you'll get your whipping later, but right now, stand behind me. Because I'm getting ready to deal with this enemy. God is the same way. He'll handle us in our problems in his time. But he ain't going to let an enemy come in and destroy you. Oh, he's good. And he said, if an earthly father knows how to do and protect his children, do you think your heavenly father is in heaven? You wrong, and I'm going to handle you after a while. But right now, get behind me. I'm going to deal with this enemy. I whip you, but an enemy now. So God's first initial action is to move to protect, not destroy us, but to protect. Lift over here and say, I'm protected. Now, don't take this out of context and go out there like a fool. Don't go crazy. Because see, I know Saint mind bad. Y'all about to do all kind of damage, so don't go do that. This is not what this is saying. Now, don't make a mockery of what we're teaching here in salvation. It's not about living the kind of way, but I'm trying to put it in the context. Understand. So God didn't disinherit you. He moved to protect you. Now, you remember I said to you, the whole spirit of this teaching was because God said, tell my children they are worthy.
Yes.
And if I had to do it all over again, I would still die for them.
Yes.
Because they are worthy. Say I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
Say I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
Say I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
That's what started this whole series
Yes.
out of that one word. Because we don't feel worthy. We don't feel entitled to things. And yet God, in your worst day, after having disobeyed, still didn't disinherit you. He moved to protect you against.
Thank you, Lord.
It all started by saying, tell them that you're worthy. Okay, now look at this. Last week we covered Genesis 3:21, how God covered them with the skin. Okay, let's go to Genesis 3:22. Because this is the one that no preacher won't touch. Except me. I am not scared of the word of God. I just pray for God open my understanding.
Yes.
So let's deal with the one that nobody wants to teach.
Come on.
I want to show you something.
Lord, to me, Pastor.
So then the Lord said, this is after they're fallen now. Say after the fall.
After the fall.
They done disobeyed God.
Yes.
Don't tell your neighbor, they disobeyed. This is after the fall. Then the Lord God said, behold, the man has become like one of us. Wait. Why did he say the man has become like the devil? He done disobeyed, the devil disobeyed.
Yes, Lord.
But he didn't say he's become like the devil. He said he become like one of us. Now, let me explain that to you. Become like one of us, knowing good and evil.
Yes, Lord.
Now, I'm not going to give you all of the names of the translations of the people today. But in one of the translations, it says, the man who is like or was like us in purity and righteousness has now fallen. Now this is the translation of the conversation, I think it was St. Irenaeus. He's become like one of us. The man who is like us or was like us in purity and righteousness and so holy has now fallen. That's what it is. And has added, this is the translation supposed to be from the Septuagint and the Syriac version, more closer translations. And has added to his knowledge of good the knowledge of evil. Don't the key word, because they pull out the word added. So God addresses it by the man who was like us in purity, righteousness, and all those things, has now fallen and has added to his knowledge of righteousness the knowledge of evil. So he's like us in that he now has a knowledge of evil. Why didn't he say he's like the devil? Why didn't he just say he's like the devil? We are. Because God says, God had the knowledge of evil because Satan was expelled. So he has knowledge of evil. But God is not evil. He has the knowledge. The man has become like one of us in the same way that he has added to his knowledge of good the knowledge of evil. So he has an understanding of also what evil is. So by this now, his knowledge has brought some knowledge of defect, imperfection, sin into his conscience, his cognitive brain. He understands this now. Here it is, I think I put it there. He is a sinner. He has sinned, but he's not satanic.
Ow! Yes, Lord.